Hello, Search fans, and welcome to Company of Heroes Gamecast. I will be your host, Ramon KG, and along with me is once again General Mistake. General Mistake.
Hi, General Mistake again, hijacking this cast.
Exactly. He thought that the first time he did really well, and I told him so, and you told him so, so this time he is going to be riding with us once again.
And it's your fault.
My fault. Everything is my fault in this damn world. Anyway, let's talk about the players a bit. We got DaRealRocky playing as the Americans, and we got DisturbedYouth playing as the Wehrmacht. And the map is one of the newest additions to the Company of Heroes map pool, and it's Capriquet. I guess I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm not sure about that. What do you think, General Mistake?
Capriquet? Something French.
It is something French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that figured out, we are going to be going directly into the game. We are paused at the 5-second mark, and we'll be unpausing in 3, 2, 1, go.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And we are all synced up once again.
Since we're building basic buildings, should we talk about the map first?
Right, that's a good point. It's one of, as I said, it's one of the newest additions to the Company of Heroes map pool, and it's one of the characteristics of the map is that it's kind of munitions heavy, and the fuels are cut off from the rest of the map and are located in the westmost and eastmost portion of it. Although I would say that the east fuel is kind of easier to protect because of all those buildings, isn't that right?
Yeah, but cutoff is cutoff. You can put MGs in the buildings with cover. Oh yeah, but you can easily flank it. But it's, yeah, I think you're right. It's easier to defend while.
I'm not sure about the long stretch. I guess this map is some sort of airport or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like an airport with a radio tower and long landing strip. That's an airport, right? Yeah.
Yeah, actually there are airplanes in the middle of the map. Yeah, it's an airport.
Giving the clue.
Let's talk about the capping orders, I guess. American player starting pretty standard, in a pretty standard way, I guess. He does not rush for any long resource point. He just caps the map as he progresses, and I guess this is the same tactic employed by the Wehrmacht player.
No, I'm going on the right side, completely on the right side. Standing around for a few minutes at first, but now I'm going for the fuel, I guess.
Fuel, as we have been saying, is very important for every faction, but for Wehrmacht even more because of the teching is dependent upon it. And we had some minor engagement between some engineers and some folks near the center of the map. However, the engineers promptly changed direction and are now capping a strategic point there. And we have some wire. So what do you think about wire?
Yeah, and this open field. Okay, and it's good to cut off the trenches, but on the right side we got the cutoff before the fuel is even capped.
Yeah, those pesky engineers have denied the Wehrmacht that sector, at least for a bit, because, you know, all these folks are nearby. Some riflemen, however, closing in at the position of the folks. What is actually the Wehrmacht player building any other unit out of the Wehrmacht quarters?
Yes, it's a sniper. You got a sniper third.
Kind of weird. I guess he will be using two folks to sniper to MG. On the American side, of course, we just have some riflemen along, however, with a jeep, which we do not see that often, and that jeep will have to be addressed, otherwise the folks are going to be pushed out of cover, the pioneers harassed, etc., etc. What do you think is the best counter to a jeep, just to focus it focus fire it or just ignore it?
Get into a building if you can, but on this map it's not really a choice. Yeah, with Volks and Panzerfaust would be awesome, but.
Well, yeah, the Panzerfaust, however, requires the taking to the skirmish phase, so it's not going to work.
Sniper and Jeep in the north.
Exactly. I was just going to point out that the American player kind of blindly countered the Wehrmacht sniper without having seen the sniper first, which is kind of cool in itself. I don't think this building is going to work out for the Wehrmacht player in the end.
Better than the open.
Well, better than the open, indeed, but Jeep is still around, pushing around some MGs, and we have flamer action in the northeast portion of the map. They're not being focused down. What the hell is going on there? Actually, yeah. You got the kill on the engineers, don't you?
Ha ha ha, go somewhere else. Make your sausage hot dog stuff. Not in German territory.
Exactly. However, the Wehrmacht player still cut off from that fuel, as you said before. And despite the large amount of buildings, it doesn't seem to be working out for the Wehrmacht player up to now. The map is in the hands of the American player for most of its part, and that of course will allow the American player to take to whatever he likes. What would you do in a situation that if you were playing as Wehrmacht, you usually, if you lose that much of the portion of the map, you usually camp, don't you?
I'm supposed to hold like a quarter of the map, but keep it. I can't hold the whole map, but put my MGs and all stuff on at least one part. I'll take on this Jeep. No!
Jeep
Sniper expensive.
Yeah, that's always a problem with snipers. They're really expensive. However, the Jeep just went down to of course, the increased amount of Wehrmacht forces there. So now, what's the situation unit-wise? You have 2 Volks?
Yeah, 2 Volks, 2 MGs, 2 Pioneers, 1 heavily damaged sniper.
Surprisingly enough, you have not lost anything. And the American player has lost an engineer squad. However, that
and
is,
the Jeep.
as we said before, yeah, and the Jeep, right? So it's counter. However, the increased control of the map kind of balances out the losses of the American player. And the taking indication for the American player is a motor pool, not rifleman upgrades. So most probably we're gonna be seeing it's a supply not motor pool. So we're gonna be seeing some motor pool action or even some tank depot action, depending on the fuel situation over here, which is kind of good actually, standing at over 90 fuel.
They're taking one of our points.
I'm not really taking any fancy units, but gaining veterancy for my infantry, aka self-healing.
That's kind of odd, getting a Kampfkraft center early on. You don't have a med bunker, do you?
Oh, I was just about to say med bunker would be nice, and indeed I have built a med bunker. I just forgot, because I'm playing here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
as I always do.
The med bunker is up then, so veterancy does actually make sense in this case. However, you still have to account for the fact of that increased fuel income for the American player, and the Wehrmacht needs to be prepared for some form of vehicles, whatever that is.
Mines, for example.
Mines are good.
DMG, center in the center.
And
Why snipers are scared? Yeah, and now shooting guys in the back. Yeah, that's the German way.
That was actually pretty close for that sniper there. who does not have any way to heal up except for a medkit at the moment.
And but not the ammunition for it.
A flank
G has to
coming
move.
up.
Yeah, G has to move, and the folks have to move as well. Yeah, there they go.
MG is not getting focused fire by the rifleman, which is kind of weird. However, a late retreat by those folks.
I think this is gonna be a full retreat here.
It does have to be a full retreat, however,
Or
the
full
MG
death.
does go down.
Both.
Sniper, is the sniper still alive?
Yeah, somehow. Floating a lot of manpower, so it's gonna be big barracks.
Actually, I have come to think the first impression I get out of this map is that it's quite open, and it's the Wehrmacht position can be very vulnerable to flanks if your two MGs are not covering each other, as we saw in the last engagement.
Jeeps seem to do better than I thought. I thought all the obstacles would slow the Jeeps down, but it did pretty well until it ran into the full force of the German side.
Yeah, some resource floating going on in the American player's side. Most probably is going to be retreating one of his builder squads anytime now to build something back in his base. He has a Triascender up, so his infantry squads are going to be healed and going back to action at their full strength. And he also has captured the previously decrewed MG42.
And
That's
detonation
always...
packs. But you will die, you will die, you will die. No flamers allowed here.
Nice focus fire of the engineer that was attempting a demolition charge, as you said. I was trying to say that captured MGs by the American side are always a pain to deal with as Wehrmacht, aren't they?
Unless you have a sniper.
Unless you have a sniper, exactly, which the Wehrmacht player already had. And we saw another rifleman squad going down. And we have a company choice by the American player, and that is airborne. So maybe
Suits the map.
we have been seeing some strafe incomings anytime now. Is there a doctrine choice by the Wehrmacht player?
Nothing yet.
So, although his bunker did seem quite strong, maybe he's defensive? I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just my impression anyway. Sniper still around, 13 kills. I think that's actually the number of kills that he needs to get in order to pay for himself, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but something between 30 and 60 kills.
Yeah.
Assuming it's all riflemen.
And we just witnessed the strafe on the sniper, and the pioneers did not kill
Even
the
a
sniper.
strafe through the mine, isn't it?
Yeah, I did not blow up the mine, however. It didn't even kill the sniper. That's a change, of course, of the beta.
Yeah.
That it's actually strafe is now not as effective as it was against single squads. And now once against the horde of riflemen moving in against the German position, or the Wehrmacht position, should I say, some grenadiers there. I'm not so sure what they are doing.
Wasting all the ammunition I had. Take this!
Yeah, how is the resource situation in the American base?
Bad.
The Wehrmacht base,
Wehrmacht
sorry.
base. 21 ammunition, 10 fuel. Cutting off your fuel to even the field a little bit. You're close to tanks, aren't you?
Yep, the American player has just started, actually is halfway through to getting his tank depot up, and that's gonna be an issue, since I guess the AT coming out of the Wehrmacht player is gonna be AT guns? I don't think he has the munitions for Shreks, does he?
No, not at all.
And once again, a squad lost by the American player. Once again, a rifleman squad goes down. He only has 3 rifleman squads on the field right now, and that's kind of a bad unit preservation up to now. But as I said before, the control he has over the map most probably will give him the advantage if that control continues and the Wehrmacht player does not take portions of the map back. So how is the unit composition back there? I guess mostly infantry?
Infantry. Combined forces of grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers.
However, you said there are no munitions for upgrades on the grenadiers, so do you have an AT gun?
Yes, one AT gun is out since 2 minutes or something. Oh, by the way, we were at 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah, that's right. The all-important time sync for the audio viewers, listeners should I say. And we have the first tank coming out of the American player, and that will be a Sherman Crocodile, so we'll be having some flame action. And another strafe, not doing much anyway, against 2 Grenadier squads in the center of the map. What do you think about the company choice by the American player?
As I said, it suits your map. I don't know. I don't really see the need for a strafing run yet. Maybe he wasn't. He isn't aware of these changes about the strafe, because it chose strafe and went for the sniper right away, but it didn't do anything. So maybe it was. Yeah.
Maybe he was testing it out himself. I don't know. Is it actually this time around 100% certain that the sniper won't die to a strafe, or there's a small chance that he will? I'm not so sure about that anymore. So maybe he was just taking the risk. 150 munitions for 340 manpower, and yeah, maybe it's worth it sometimes. Anyway, the Sherman Crocodile is out, and if that tank is put to good use, the Wehrmacht player is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, infantry, Vet 2 now, just 1 AT gun, no signs of fuel usage that I can see yet. So I actually have to assume at least Greyhounds, if not tanks.
Yeah, do you, how has the Wehrmacht player gotten any munitions increase in the last minutes of the game? Can he afford the Panzerschreck or something?
No, almost one. I just spent 50 ammunition on something. MPs
50?
maybe?
Not so sure.
MP40s?
Another squad of American infantry going down.
Ah, left-hand side grenadiers.
Yep, and the crocodile makes its appearance, forcing a immediate retreat on those grunts. However, they are